We each went to Needham Broughton High School. He was in the class of 57, I was in the class of 59. Both involved in real estate, but also both former mayors of the city of Raleigh. He was mayor from 71 to 73. Tom was a very active member of the community. Leadership Raleigh, that was the chamber had every year. And I attended that in 1971, I believe, and Tom was very active in that, and he was mayor or becoming mayor, and I thought, I want to be like Tom. As far as I know, I'm pretty certain he's the youngest mayor, but I'm more of the youngest, or almost with Tom Fetzer, popularly elected mayor. He only had to get 4 votes. Well, he certainly has been very much a proponent of diversity and involving everybody, but without an education, you're not going to go too far. And he was involved with Governor Hunt on the Smart Start, getting kids ready to learn, knowing how to learn. And that's really a key to any kind of success, both as an individual, as an organization, and as a state. So he's right there at the forefront, and we've worked on many things together. But I've always, in some ways, looked up to him, although he's only 2 years older.
When I moved to Raleigh 53 years ago, I was looking for a home, and of course I didn't have enough pocket money to buy it straight out, so I was looking for a funder. Turns out that Tom Bradshaw was with the organization that funded the building of my house. But then as things happened, every time I was looking for somebody being new, I'd ask, who could I check with? And they'd say, Tom Bradshaw. So every time I turned around, it was Tom Bradshaw. His name always came up. So I don't even know at what point I didn't know him. And it just grew. And I don't think of him as a friend, I think of him as a family. I'm part of his family, he's part of mine.
Tom has been involved with the YMCA since he was a little boy. So he will say that he has been at the Y longer than anybody else in the community. And he has worked tirelessly to make the YMCA a strong organization for service to children in our community. Tom will share that he grew up in Halifax Court with a single mom, and he credits his success to people and organizations that really invested in him. And I believe that that is why his life's mission has been to invest in others.
I first met Tom Bradshaw when I was campaigning for school board in 2011. We were concerned with the direction of the Wake County Public School Board's educational policies. He epitomizes the qualities of this award. Just like Vernon Malone, he has decades of public service. He exemplifies, as does Vernon Malone, a legacy of servant leadership, where he is involved in the community and so optimistic and positive in his leadership, in his strategy, and his support of our community.
Vernon and Tom had exactly the same set of traits and qualities and characteristics. I never knew Vernon do anything selfish. I've never known Tom do anything selfish. Whatever he did it for somebody else. And I never known him to question the value of his enterprise. I mean, whatever he was giving, he didn't question you about how's this going to go, what will be the result. He just gave it because that's who he was. And Vernon and he had the same thing in mind, that they believed everything was possible. He cares more about other people than he does about himself sometimes. And there would be things that he would be working on and he would have nothing to gain personally from working on them. And his selflessness is what makes him so characteristic of this ward.
Leaders like Tom are essential to folks who are taking leadership in our community. Folks like Tom who are positive, who are wise, and who have experience, and are just so generous in sharing their leadership with other folks in our community. It just makes it a world of difference when you're sitting in those seats trying to make those decisions.
Tom was instrumental in getting the YMCA involved in educational programs back in the early 90s. And he pushed and prodded and cajoled us to get in and really figure out how we might be strong partners with the school system and serving kids.
Well, the thing about my brother Tom is, when I see him, I take time. Don't get in no hurry. Because Tom is going to tell you the whole story. And it doesn't matter how many times you heard it, you're going to hear it again. But the reason you want to hear it is because he's so genuine. You know that he's genuine, and you can't even stand still when he's telling you about it. You know, he's all over you. He is just so genuine a person that it's gratifying just to know somebody like that, because it keeps you inspired. But I say if Tom Bradshaw can keep on playing with all the challenges he faces, I'll try one more day.
We've almost been in lockstep for 50 years and trying to make good things happen in our community. So congratulations, Tom.
One thing that really embodies his spirit is optimism and positivity and friendship. He's just a wonderful people person. He's got a wonderful family that supports him, and we're very fortunate to have had his leadership in our community for all these years. So congratulations, Tom. You are so deserving of this wonderful honor. Have a wonderful night celebrating with all of us who support you.